It's time to take you inside the huddle. Here we go. Straight from the source. This is the Players Club with DJ and PK, featuring Ute linebacker Karene Reid on 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
Karene, good morning.
Good morning. How's it going?
Good. I suspect you are a conflicted guy this morning. Is that true?
Oh, yeah. I've seen better mornings, better weeks. But it's all good.
Individually, I think this would be fantastic. You went more than a month without playing, and you got out there and you played against TCU, 8 tackles, 2 solos, 6 assisted. That's the awesome part. You train for a year to play football. You only get 12 games. When you sit out a month, that sucks. So I think that's awesome that you got to get out there and play. On the other hand, the team's got a 3-game losing streak. You're on the defensive side of the ball. The offensive coordinator has resigned. He's left. That's the kind of turmoil that is never good. So hence, here you sit, I would imagine, conflicted.
Yeah. I definitely feel a little bit more of a sour feeling than a sweet one. You know, being back was great, but I was just so determined to help our team win and break that losing streak. And it's just been a rough weekend. You know, I've been here for a couple of years, and I feel like I've been a part of a lot of winning teams, you know, and season's not over. There's still a lot of games, but it's been rough. So we'll go forward and we'll be all right. But yeah.
I'm wondering how it works with the team, and that's a significant change to change the offense coordinator, but obviously you're a linebacker, you're on the other side of the ball. Is there a group team meeting, or do you guys just go and Scally and Swan will talk to you guys, and away you go? You're not even connected to that. How does that work?
Yeah, usually the offense and defense in our meetings are pretty separate. So I wouldn't be surprised if, you know, that was just addressed on the offensive side and we just went about our business on the defensive side. But also this is the first time I've seen a coordinator go. So I'm not too sure, but I wouldn't be too surprised if the offense handled it.
Did you find out through social media, through friends, through teammates? Did they let the whole team know? Was there a group text or something? How did it all happen?
Yeah, there was a group text that went throughout the team first, and then not too much longer, I guess it was released publicly. But really, really sad to hear about it. I loved Coach Ludd from the interactions I've had with him, just in passing or in meal rooms, and love the guy and hope the best for him.
You're a veteran dude, married. I think you got a kid, you told us. So,
yeah.
You know, you just – I'm imagining for you, you've already learned that this is a business. It's a sport, but it's not like high school. It's a business. To me, I think you've already got that understood and wrapped around your mind as far as that goes. Is that true? For sure. We were all close, like family in that building, and would do anything for each other. But it can get rough real quick when we're not doing our part individually. And yeah, it's all happy when we're winning games, I guess is where I'll put it.
Your quarterback got up on the podium and apologized to the defense on behalf of the offense. What does that mean to a defensive guy to hear the guy who quarterbacks are the glamour guy and they're the star and they get all the pub? So what does it mean to hear that after a 13-7 game? Yeah,
it shows a lot of maturity from Isaac. You don't usually see that in 17-year-old kids, and for him to do that was very grown of him and just made me like him more. I tried to tell him before we went to media, hey, I don't know how you're feeling right now, but not all of this is don't put all of this on your shoulders. You know, I don't know if you're having those thoughts, but this game isn't on you. The season isn't on you. It's a team sport. We're all here for you. And so for him to get up there and apologize was mature of him, but I don't want him feeling that pressure, especially as young as he is.
When you come back, is it a situation where you're 100% or no, but you're good enough to go?
I think I was close. So to answer your question, I think I was good enough to go.
Once the adrenaline started pumping, did you notice a difference? Or were you out there compensating for something and trying to overcome it?
No, I think the adrenaline helped. And now I feel like a train hit me, but I'll get back here soon.
Each team needs leaders, right? And this is not what the team expected to have a 3-game losing streak. Probably didn't even expect to lose 3 games the entire season. But, you still have 5 games to go, and each one of these, and maybe 6, I think you'll find a way to get a couple more wins, so you'll probably play in a bowl. But who are some of the leaders now that can really, really step up and to make sure this team gets back on the right track as soon as this very week?
For sure, on my side of the ball, Junior Tafuna, Keanu, and Lander are people that I rely on heavily to carry the load as far as leadership. And then on offense, obviously we called a new captain with Mekhi Bernard, and Keithy's been around, and now Isaac we all look to. So between those group of guys, we really will look to each other to carry this season out.
Will your position coach, Colton Swan, have some kind of rodeo metaphor for you guys? It seems like rodeo comes up occasionally with him.
Yeah, no. He does use his upbringing to help motivate us, and he's pretty good with analogies, so I'm sure he'll have something.
You think maybe that the defense thinks, I thought you played well enough, certainly. You gave up 1 touchdown and 2 field goals, I think it was. But if the offense is going to need some more time, can the defense look to itself, man, not only do we need to play well, we need to get maybe a score or 2?
Right. No, I watching that film, just wish maybe we had some of those turnovers that we dropped, or getting to the quarterback quicker. We rushed him a lot and he threw the ball away. Whenever you lose a game, you just look at the details as to what could have changed the game. And, if we're going to struggle to put up points, then we defensively got to do more. So whatever it takes to win, man.
Did this game remind you of the UCLA game last year? Some guy had a pick 6 early in that game.
Oh, yeah, that was so lucky. I remember that.
I remember that play. And then you end up winning 14-7. I thought the parallels between the 2 games were pretty close, except you didn't have a pick 6.
Yeah, thanks for that one. Yeah, I wish I could have maybe duplicated that, and we would have walked out with smiles instead of frowns.
Every week now, this time of year for home games, every home game, I should say, rather than every week, most schools, if not all, have X number of recruits that come on visits, and they're there on game day and all that and soak that up. How much do you guys, the actual players on the team, get involved with that?
I should probably be better about that. I think we're so focused on the game that we see them, but we don't always, at least for myself, don't always go and greet them unless our recruiters ask us to. But I definitely notice them and want to do a better job about reaching out to them.
On the rare occasions that you do interact with them, what kind of stuff do they want to know? Do you look at yourself at that age and just think, I can't possibly explain to you what you're about to go through in the next 4 years? Good luck to you.
Right. Unless you're hosting a player, sometimes you don't really have the time to have those conversations, especially coming off of a loss. People want nothing but just to get out of there as quickly as possible. But, when you host these recruits, you definitely have time to answer those questions and show them around Salt Lake and all that.
Late game, and there's one of 2 things that's going to happen. You're either going to be thrilled that you won or obviously bitterly disappointed that you lost. And so after the interviews, I always go out the Garf end zone there and get up out on the street, and that's where you see all the families there, and they're all milling around. And, you talk about getting out of there and all that stuff, and the mood that you see is going to be reflective of the score every time, right? They're either hugs of joy or hugs of consolation. And I'm wondering at that point, once it's over and you've addressed your family and all that stuff, and you go home, wherever that might be, when are you actually, after playing such a late game, able to even get to sleep?
Yeah, it gets pretty late. I mean, you're so stimulated from the crowd and the adrenaline, and then also you just have all these racing thoughts about what could have been that night. So it can get pretty late, and you know, I'm the type to, once the film's up, I want to watch it right away. So I can get in trouble from my wife. Like, can you let it go already? Is what she'll tell me. It's like 3 a.m. and I'm trying to watch the whole game that we just played. But yeah, it can get pretty late for sure. So I definitely slept till like 11 or noon yesterday.
Oh, nice.
Well, then you better thank your wife. You got a kid, and you slept till 11 or noon. Boy,
Don't worry.
you got a good teammate at home.
I know, I do. I really do.
Do you have requirements from the team on Sundays or no?
Just treatment. So if you're injured or anything like that, you got to go in on Sundays.
Did you go in?
Of course, yes. I'm getting old. I'm there every Sunday.
How long does the treatment last? I mean, it probably depends a little bit on your injury, but kind of give us a range of treatment sessions you've been through over the years.
Yeah, just what you said. It depends on the injury, the severity of it, but probably from around 45 minutes to an hour and a half.
I bring that up because Deshaun Watson got booed in Cleveland, and I was just thinking about, and I know he's got a lot of baggage and the team's not winning, but injuries suck and rehab sucks until you've done it, and plenty of people listening to this have torn an ACL or hurt a shoulder or whatever. Until you've done it, you don't know how much time gets invested over that stuff. And it's massive. Well,
Yeah.
Karene, good luck with your rehab this week and bouncing that old body back into shape for a trip to Houston. We'll talk to you again next week.
Thanks so much. See
All right.
you guys.
Karene Reid, University of Utah linebacker.
Do you know this is the first time in the history of the program in consecutive games they'll play Cougars?
Well, there you go. They never played Washington State back-to-back with BYU all those years. You looked that up?
Why would they?
I don't know. I know they played Washington State occasionally over the years.
Occasionally.
Yeah. And BYU in those years was always at the end of the schedule. So as long as in the Pac-12 years they didn't play.
Did they get Washington State in a bowl game?
Yes, they did. Their first bowl game under Mac. So they did play Cougars back-to-back, but not in the regular season.
Okay, you got me there.
Regular season qualifier saves that.
Yeah.
Yes. Good call. I forgot about that bowl game.
I thought they did.
Yeah.
As I went back into memory.
Washington State had a good quarterback then. Was Bledsoe there? Who was their quarterback? I don't know. Doesn't matter. I'll look it up on the break. Entertain myself. All right, DJ and PK, it's 97.5 The Zone. Your feedback reaction to Andy Ludwig out. That is next. Stay with us.